There's a line from the A-Team. Love it when a plan comes together. We're the kind of people that love to have a plan and love to see it happen the way it's supposed to. Update on the pool. It's crystal blue again. What was the problem? Well, apparently the pump was cavitating because I had the valve adjusted wrong, and so I wasn't getting the filtration I needed. So now I have it, if you were wondering. This morning's devotional, we're talking about God condemns false prophets. In reference to a plan, he notes this: if one must know the future in order to go forward with life, there's absolutely no faith involved. Well, we love to know what's going to happen. And this is why prophecy is so intriguing, is because we want to know what's out there. We want to know what's going on. And so when he makes the statement, fear comes from lack of faith, we like to know. There is a song that I remember being played as a kid, and it's titled One Day at a Time. And the chorus went something like this: one day at a time, sweet Jesus, that's all I'm asking from you. And I tell you, that song is just played over and over and over in my head. See, when Mary John Wilkins wrote that song, she was very frustrated. Now, she is a lady that originated in Texas, and she made her way up to Springfield, Missouri. And that's rather interesting because that's where I'm supposed to be right now with the ABA, but it was canceled. And then she made her way over to Nashville, Tennessee, and she became an extremely successful songwriter. And at my age, she penned this song. You see, she felt extremely empty. And she climbed into her midnight blue Cadillac with her mink coat. She found her a little church. And in that church was a young minister. And she went to him for some counseling. And she said, I got all kinds of problems. And he said to her, doesn't it look like you have any financial problems? She said, no, I don't have financial problems. And he said to her, it doesn't look like you have any health problems. And she said, no, I don't have any health problems. And then he said something to her that she thought was rather odd at the time. He said, have you ever thought about thanking God for your problems? She thought, boy, that wasn't too helpful. So she climbed back into her Cadillac and she drove home. And when she got home, the house was empty. She went straight to her piano and she began to write the song One Day at a Time. And she realized that song was a prayer. And that song just ministered to her heart. And it changed her career. And she began to realize, and that's exactly what I need to do, is I need to just trust the Lord. There's a passage in the book of James, chapter 4, verse 13. It says, go to now, ye that say, today or tomorrow we'll go into such a city and continue there a year and buy and to sell. Whereas you know what shall be on tomorrow. For what is your life, even a vapor that appears for a little time and vanish away? For that you ought to say, if the Lord wills, we shall live and do this or that. Then he says in verse 17, therefore to him that knoweth to do good and doeth it not, to him it is sin. And so you see in this passage, we understand that what happens tomorrow, we have no control of. We need to leave the past in the past and press forward in faith, knowing that the Lord is in complete control. It's not our plan, but it's His plan. It's not our will, but it's His will. And can't we be encouraged when we see that the Lord's plan is being fulfilled? And we can truly say, I love it when a plan comes together, in particular when it's His plan for my life. So can I trust in Him? Can I seek His plan, not only for my life, but for the entire world? And what's that plan involve? The salvation of souls, the propagation of the gospel, letting the truth go out to all the world. So I can be excited when I'm involved in His plan, but when all of a sudden I look at the world in such a small view, man, I can get frustrated. But when I look at it from His perspective, I can get excited. Won't you get excited today as you seek God's will for your life in a perspective that involves His kingdom? And you can say, I love it when a plan comes together. May God bless you today.